Hey everyone, my name is Adi. I'm an intermediate over the board chess player with a provisional rating of 1400. In this series, I'm starting a challenge to move to 2200 on chess.com rapid games. The twist is that I'll be playing the bird as white, and against 1e4, I'll be going for the accelerated dragon Sicilian, and against 1d4, I'll be going for the Leningrad Dutch system. These are all new setup to me, so it's probably going to be challenging. I've only looked at 2 lines in the Leningrad, and I've studied about 4 setup in the bird, and in the Sicilian I've only looked like 2 or 3 lines as well, so it's probably going to be challenging. So if you're new to this opening or you just enjoying the grind, feel free to follow along. I'll be explaining my thought process as much as I can. So let me go. Let's get a new game. I've played 2 white now. Hopefully I get black, and this is white again. These are all just recording, so I'll just play white and see. Honestly, this is the 3rd white I'm getting in a row. So d4, this is the dodge variation, and this is one of the most sharpest line. Let me say the sharpest line against the bird. So for 1d4, we still go for the normal setup, which is knight f3. Normally they go for something like c5, and you play e3 anyways. So I've never seen something like this. So let me go for e3 now. So the ace is to stop bishop b5, which is very logical, but I think that's quite slow. So from here on, knight c3 can be played, but after knight c3, d4, let's say d4, knight takes d4. We don't have knight takes d4 because the queen takes on d4, right? So I can play b3 or even d3. I mean, I've checked few lines, and it's always a toss-up between b3 and a3. So I can play b3 now. In case black decides to play g7, I can put my bishop on. Yeah, so well, if black decides to trade, it's just a means of them helping us. And you always notice in the bed that white can't go here because this just wins the bishop. I'll show you now. So after g4, they have to trade now. If they don't, if they play bishop g6, and after f5, we are winning a bishop for a pawn. But that's just open up the king. But that's nothing to be worried about, because after g4, let's say g4 now, bishop g6 and f5, if they takes, we have our pawn here. What we want to do in that system is just to quickly develop the queen side and castle queen side, and just, you know, fend off the attack. So let me go g4. I think this is one common mistake in the bed, is that I've seen people do this in blitz, but so I think this just wins the bishop now. So they have to take, I guess. So anytime you play against the bird in this system, when you commit your bishop to g4, you want to take immediately. After h3, you want to immediately take. So we just take anyways. So bishop b3 can be played. We can play queen e2, d3, and just castle queen side. I just have to make sure I don't blow this up, because I've had a game where I was up a bishop and I just mess everything up. So let me see. So after, if I play knight c3 and d4, if e d4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, if queen takes d4, there's always this check. I was hoping that something like this can be played, maybe knight a4, and this is a double attack on the queen. But let me just play something like queen e2. I can always develop the bishop to g2 anyway, so that's not a problem. We can play d3 and develop the knight to d2. yeah, there's something like that in the bed where you just play you just go for a setup like d3, maybe to push e4, then the knight can always come to d2, and it's protecting the c4 and e4 square. I mean, the best bet for black is to make sure they crush us, because if they allow a very slow game and we are able to trade down, we'll be up a minor piece for an extra pawn. And if you could see, this is a very hard setup for black to develop, because there will always be issue developing this bishop. They can always play, well, they can play queen d7 now, castle queen side. So let's play d3 now. I think I really enjoyed the way this game can play. And one thing d3 does is that you can go for e4 break, you can go for the c4 break. And these are all thematic ideas in the bed as well. You can play f4. So I guess they want to play, if they go check, we just play queen f2. So let's go here. Well, they can go g3 now, trade queen on f2, and we are forced to not castle the king. But I don't think that's an issue. If you are down material, I think that's one of my general knowledge about chess. If you are down material, I don't think you want to start. I don't think you want to start trading. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, if we trade down all the minor pieces, I'll be up a bishop or something like that for your extra knight. So I think white made the right decision. So they have to come for us as soon as possible. Okay. So b4 doesn't do anything. So after e4 now, if play here, then we take. So let's play e4. And after this, and knight takes, there's a double attack on the queen. So if a3 now, did he just want to sacrifice the knight and take, and maybe something like this? Maybe. I mean, a3 seems like the only move to be played here, because e5, and after fe5, there's nothing. Oh, e5, fe5, maybe something like this. But after this, what happens? Well, let me kick back the knight, because knight takes on the a2 comes with a check. Or this. But if this now, if bishop a3, something like c5 does cement it. So let me play a3. For a3 check, queen b2. Well, this bishop is not doing anything. This bishop is not doing anything. I think white has to go back and waste the tempo now. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I've seen position whereby you can push e5, but here, if e5, fe5, bishop takes e5. So e5, fe5, if bishop takes e5, and we have something like maybe queen c6. So there's no queen c6 here. So if e5 now, fe5, bishop takes e5. The only options are queen d7 and queen d8. Oh, there's no e5 because knight takes e5 now. So e5. So what I was saying was e5. In the previous line, there would have been bishop takes e5, but here now, something like e5 doesn't work, because after e5, fe5, if bishop takes e5, there's knight takes e5. And if knight takes, the queen takes, and you're just done. And we just give back the material. And we'll be down a pawn as well. So if it takes, the knight wants to take. Okay, so let's say take, knight takes, and we go something like knight e4. What does knight e4 does? he attacks the queen, and the queen has to go back. And if queen goes back, do we have an entry point? Okay. Maybe takes, knight e4, and if queen goes back, we play c4. But after bc4 and dc4, and there's no dc4 because the queen is the queen is not attacked, but the rook is pinning the knight to the queen. Yeah. What are other candidates moves in this position? I mean, after this, the king can always come here. I mean, b4 is not scary because we can always just close the position. And if a4, we can just play b4 anyways. And maybe something like knight b3 to come to d4. But I do want to take because we are up material and we don't want to keep the position close. And e5 is not playable now. So I'll just take here once and look at this g pawn. Is restricting this knight. But we are helping white develop by taking, because after e d5, he wants to take back with the knight. Okay, let's say e d5, knight takes on d5, and after knight e3, the queen has to go back, and we have something like playing here. But is this possible now? No, it's not possible because of the bishop. It would have been nice. Yeah. Maybe it's time to just, start playing. Okay, let me just take. So if c4 now, bc4, dc4, the knight has to move again. Or can the knight jump here? So c4, bc4, dc4, the knight has to jump here, maybe. But if the knight jump here, I think we have a double attack, like something like maybe knight e4. And the queen and so the rook and knight will be attacking the queen. So this is something like this I'm showing. So let's say so this is what I'll show you. After c4, let's say bc4, dc4. If the knight moves here, we have something like knight e4, and the rook, the knight are attacking the queen. So if I play knight f4 now, and the queen moves c4, I think it's the same thing, but I don't know the difference. So c4 now. Yeah, I think c4 is a good move. I mean, the knight has to move or you just lose. Maybe the knight doesn't have to move. No, that's not possible. The knight has to move. Yeah, so what if it just moves the knight? Do we just push e5 and we are fine? Maybe we push e5 and... Yeah, but I wish I could keep this diagonal open. And after something like knight f4, yeah, bishop g2 can be played, yeah. I mean, it would be nice if you can just close this diagonal, honestly. Maybe something like b4 and here. But b4, after e4, we are forced to trade and open up our king. Okay, so what is black idea here? Well, he has to move the knight. That one is for sure. Because if you are able to open this scope for our rook, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game. And this bishop, what I was thinking, if the queen moves now, no, the queen can't move now. So let's say takes bc4, dc4 now. if the knight move and we play something like knight e4, yeah, we can still play knight c5 anyways. No, we don't want to trade this active knight for this bishop. I mean, it's very tricky. This is 18 moves, and we are getting a very sharp position. Well, he has to move the knight again. I mean, this is what you get when you play the bed. The two previous ones I played was I pretty just lost because I didn't play in the spirit of the bed. But when you play the bed, one thing that is very common is that you get a very, very sharp position, and you have to be careful because you get these structures. And because I'm generally an e4 player, I really like get. I mean, you can't get sharp position in e4 if you are playing something like maybe the Vienna or your Gambiton. But if you play the Italian like I used to do, or you play the Roy Lopez, it's very slow position again. So yeah, so this is why I'm just like, going for the bed. And I'm at level which is like 1400. People rarely face the bed unless I'm playing against someone that plays the system as well. So it comes as a surprise to them. So what this does, yeah, so I saw here, and if take now, I know this doesn't work. Does it? Yeah, I don't think this works. Yeah, this doesn't work. Yeah, maybe knight. I think queen e7 is the only move now. But how do I get rid of this knight? Yeah, so queen e7 was correctly played. So if I play this now, queen takes. If queen takes, bishop takes, which is extremely bad. And if castle now, no, you can't castle through a check. And if I play something like this, he just defended with e5 or something like that. Okay. Well, if this now, if takes, rook takes, yeah, I think knight d4 here looks interesting. But knight d4, queen, no. The queen can't step into that. So I have all sort of ideas of takes, and bishop takes, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything so much. So let's say take here now. If takes, I take on here. Yeah. No, and this pawn is hanging. Yeah, so I have to be watchful of that. So after knight d4, no, if he plays here, I just take, right? So if knight fd4 and something like f5 comes, after f5, can I just play maybe... Yeah, there are ideas of knight c3 to knight a4. But that doesn't do anything, I guess. So knight d4 attacks this knight. And it forces this trade. So if takes, something still needs to be played. And there's no way to push back this knight. Like, these are one of the drawbacks of g4 in the bed as well. And I don't have any immediate checks. So what I'm thinking is that he doesn't want to like step. So if I play knight fd4 and he plays something maybe like queen here or something like that. Yeah, I think I can just take, right? If I just take, he takes with the queen, then I take the knight on f4. So let me play this. Yeah, and there's nothing like queen here. Yeah, I don't think even that one works. Yeah, because our queen is protected anyway, so we can just take, and it comes to the same motive. So we take on c6, and after queen c6, we just take on f4 anyways. What I'm most afraid of is f5 here. But f5, I just takes now and attack the queen. Yeah, I don't think f5 works. Yeah, so f5 I just take. So I was looking at something like rook d8 as well. But I think I just take now. And after take, oh no, that doesn't work. So what I was saying was here rook d8. If I take rook takes d1 check, and after king takes d1, queen d7 comes with a check, and after like king c1, it takes here. Yeah, but this is still hanging anyways. Yeah, I think that works. So it takes, we take, and here now, yeah, I've rook d8 now. What do we do? Maybe I just play something like queen a7. And if it takes on d1, king takes d1, queen d7 check. Maybe I just play king c2. Or maybe queen d7, then I just play something like queen d4. So this is what I was looking like. Maybe queen d8, no, rook d8 here. And I just play something like this, queen a7. And if it takes on d1, king takes on d1. And after queen d7 check, I can play something like, no, I can just play maybe king c2. And after king c2, I don't think black has a check. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. So this is what I saw as well. So this here takes on d1 check, king takes. If queen d7 check, then I play king c2. And there's no check on the light square because the queen is here. And if king c2, there's no check on here, so I can take here. So that's what I saw. Okay, so let's play. I'm always, terrified of like, where's there's ideas like take here check, if takes, queen takes, if this takes, queen d7, yeah. But I don't want to like sacrifice back the knight. So this is what I saw. Let's say knight takes on f6, and after gf6, queen takes. If queen takes, we take, and if we take here, I take. And I think this rook has to move. This rook has to move. Do I want to give out the material in that way? I don't think so. Or maybe that's even the best move. So what if I move the queen and just play knight d4 check? No, I don't think knight d4 check. I'll just take with the bishop. So let me play this. Yeah, this knight is the one holding up the position so well. And if they are able to dislodge this knight, well, we do have an option of playing queen a6 and queen a6 and queen c6 check now. Yeah. I mean, we can always trade now. I guess we can always trade now. And we are down, we are getting low on time already. Like 4 minutes 30 seconds. But that should be enough if we are winning. I mean, you only start getting dicey when we are low on time. We are playing the destroyer. Wow. That is hard. I mean, look at this bishop. It's just like, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. So we can take now. If takes, queen takes. If we take now, oh, I think this just allows us an entry into the game. So we can take the rook. We can safely take the rook because we don't want to allow trade on Blackstone. So let's say we take the rook now. Takes, queen takes. We take on a6. And there's no check. Yeah. So let's say take. Yeah, but there's this knight d3 check now. Yeah, but if knight d3 check, we can just play king c2, right? Yeah, I think king c2 can just be played. So if takes, so let's say takes, queen takes, and we play queen c6 check. If queen c6 check, they have something like king here. Ow! No, that doesn't work. Yeah, so I saw something like, let's say takes on d3. If queen d3, queen c6 check, the king goes here, we have this check, and the king comes here, we have this again. Oh, so let's say, okay, let me calculate it again. So bishop takes d3, but this is like looking for too much fight. Bishop takes d3 now. Knight takes, right? So bishop takes, queen c here check. If king step on here, we have rook d1. And if the king steps here, and after this takes, how do we protect this? After this take, our if check king here, no, we can force the trade. So let's say take, check, right? If king here, we can force the trade with this. Yeah, should I go for something like that? Yeah, but I'm on check, I have to move. So let me go for this. Yeah, I just hope I've not misplayed this. Check. Yeah, I just hope I've not misplayed it. If the king goes to e7, I just take another pawn. And if they come here now, yeah, there's no way to trade. Yeah. Well, so if this now, they go here, so we can force the trade with this. Takes, they takes, and we take. And I think that should be much better. Because if I take now and they go here, we don't have any other thing to do. Yeah, there's no other checks. So let me just force the trade here now. Yeah, I think I can just force the trade. We are down to 2 minutes, so we don't want to allow the queens on the board. That would be a lot of too much complications. So they take and we take now. Yeah, there's all sorts of ideas with rook d1 now. So let's say I can play rook d1 now. So let's say king here now. Well, I can start developing. So here, and if the rook comes back, so I just play knight f2. I don't want to mess this up. So takes. I mean, the trade only favors us, to be honest. So after this, I need to start pushing now. I need to start pushing. Oh, and this is attack as well. So let's say something like this, right? But this doesn't look good. So if this, no, I just take, right? Yeah, I just take it. Yeah, I'll just take it. Yeah, I'll just take it. So if takes, e7 check. Yeah. If we are able to survive this check, I mean, there's no more check here. Well, we can take now. So take here. If you take here, I take on here, and if it gives a check, do I just step up? Yeah, I don't know if I can play this. Yeah, I'm just low on time. So if he takes now, I just takes, and he takes with check. Really? Yeah. I mean, that doesn't work. I don't think that works. So if takes, rook takes, check, and maybe we just play something like that. Yeah. So is this trapped? Yeah, I think our knight is trapped. No, it's not. So here now. Yeah. The knight looks trapped, but it's not. After this. Yeah, the knight is not trapped. It's not trapped. I believe the knight is not trapped. So if this now, so maybe you can just push a4. So here. Okay, I think I'm trying to mess this up now, and there's no way it should have been messed up. So a4. No, I can't allow this check. If takes now, king c here. Yeah, I can't allow that. So if let's say queen rook b6 check, I don't want to allow the king come here. No, I don't want to. So if this, now, check king c4, and if we push this, I just sacrifice this back, and if he takes here, then I have a4 a5, I guess. Okay. So this, I can't. Yeah, I can't lose this pawn as well. So I have to play this. Yeah, so I have to play that as well. Yeah, I'm trying to mess this up. It's bad. So if king a4, f5. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Rook here. Yeah, yeah, yes. I think, yeah, I think this is a win. If you're able to eliminate this pawn, I think it's a win. I can just sacrifice this again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's a win. Yeah, I think it's a win. I always have ideas with something like, let's say, this, for example. I mean, there's no problem. After g4, I can only just take and just put the knight here. Yeah, I think this is the perfect setup. I'm sorry if I'm unable to like explain my thoughts the proper way. So after this now, which I can do, okay. If this, if rook g3 and play h4, do I just take? And if he takes here, so rook g3, rook h4, rook takes g4, rook takes a3, and rook here check. Can I safely coin this pawn? Yeah, so let me try that. So take. So if I take stakes, knight d4 there. Oh, does that work? So knight takes h3, gh3, knight d4. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. I can't. So if takes. Oh, that doesn't work. So take here, it takes on a3, and I give this check. Yeah, I probably want to sacrifice his rook for this pawn. Oh my god. I can't allow that. So take. Oh, am I messing this up? Take. Ah. I just messed this up, honestly. I just really messed this up. Yeah, I feel like so it takes. Yeah. Oh, I just like lose this. Oh my god. Oh, am I winning? I think I should be winning now. So if here check, here go here, if it comes back I go here, and if it gives that final check, I need to get my king here. So if I do something like this, oh, I don't want to lose this pawn now. I don't want to lose that pawn now. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. So here check, here if takes. Oh yeah. This is a very weird construction. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any more check now. It's very perfect. Yeah. I think I should be winning now. After this. Yeah. I think this should be winning. Yeah, I think this should be winning. Yeah. This is like the perfect construction. Yeah. Yes, I think this is winning now. Yeah. This is completely winning now. Yes. This is completely winning. No. Why is he offering me a draw? No. I mean, my opponent was offering me a draw, then he resigned. So I think this was a very good game. Yeah. I'm not impressed with the way I played with the way I played the end game, because I felt like I messed it up. So let me just check game review. Maybe 50 something. We played like 7. Yeah, we just started messing up at some point. Yeah. So I'm starting the review now. It was 78.6. So we played this here, was correct. Yeah, everything was just still book move. And after this, yeah, h6 was a mistake. This here and f5 traps the bishop. So we take. So all these are good move. D3 was not the best. What was the best here? D4 immediately. Wow. Okay, D4 was the best here. Or bishop G2. Yeah, bishop G2. Okay. Or knight C3 immediately. Yeah, but knight C3, I thought there was something like this. And knight D4 after knight D4. We just take. And if queen takes. Oh, this is again. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, that was bad calculation. So this here. This queen f2 best. So queen d6 back was best. So d4. Yeah, castling here was not the best. We should have just played d4 immediately as well. So d4. The computer keeps screaming for d4. And what does that prevent? And let's say something like this. I'm just play king d1. And after this, c3. Oh, and the knight is trapped. Yeah, okay. So b5 here was a mistake. d4 has to be played again, or b1 or c3. So what we play e4. So he has to castle. After a3 was good, knight b6, and king b1 has to be played. We take knight d5. c4 was the second best. King b1 was the best here. Oh my god. What does king b1 prepare? King b1. So king b1, queen c5, king b1, queen c5, and queen Oh, we can play queen e1, which is the best, or just take. And after this, how do we follow up? Rook e1. And after, let's say king d7, d4 again. And after bishop d6, yes, g5. And after this, oh, then we can play c4 now. So we just take here and allow this pin. Oh, okay. So we didn't do that. So we take c4. Yeah, c4 was the second best. So I felt like I need to like open up the position. So knight f4. So I saw this, and we have to play knight e4 or d4 immediately. Oh my god. And if it takes now, we just take with the knight and we can get this perfect outpost. Oh my god. Okay. So this, no, that wasn't the line we played. So after this, take knight here, and I felt like this was bad, and knight e4 was the best. And computer was even saying something like this, sacrificing, this is how bad black position is. And after this, we just play king c2 and bishop d6. I mean, Stockfish says like black has to sacrifice the queen. It's not like a must, but it is like a very it's like a very optimal move. So after this, queen e7 was the first line, and queen e3 or rook h2 here, and to just double up again. So after this, I played knight here, knight takes, queen takes, and I saw rook d8. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry for the bad game. I could have just take and just sacrifice like this. And knight takes f6. Oh my god. This is so good. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't even calculate that. I was just fixed on, like, I was just fixated on like playing queen a7, which was not the best. I think that was our mistake. So I should have just take, and if it takes now, if it takes, I take, and after this, if I take on here, it has to take here now to avoid that. So if it takes now, then just take this, and we just play b4. Wow. And we have two bishop for the knight for black extra pawn. This is like +3 for white. Well, this is very good, honestly. If I had seen this, maybe it would have been a lot more better. And he can bring the king to the position, but I don't think the position is salvageable. Still winning. So I played queen a7, which is fairly good. From +4, we dropped down to like 0.3. So so this is what I saw. Take here, take. Then I saw queen d7 check, and after that, king c2 was correct, and bishop e7 trying to castle now. So we can take on a6, which is the absolute best, or give check. We can do this, give this check first, and after this, we can play something like this, and he castles, and easy out of the, we just play rook h2. Threatening rook here. Okay, so we didn't do that. So I don't know what this does, but it says it's good. But we just take, and after rook takes, we take on a6, and after he played this, which I saw, and we got it. The computer first line was this, and after this, queen c6 was the move, and after king, I think he played king f7, rook d1. Oh, this is so good. So rook d1, I saw after rook d1, I saw queen a3, which I felt was losing, and after king c2, king g8, rook d3, rook e2 check, and knight d2. Let's say it played something like this. Queen e6. If king here, rook d7, and there's no and there's no check against our king. It would have been nice to have calculated this. I wish I could. Wow. Oh wow, that's good. So something like this was very good. So after this, like the follow-up was correct, but the thing we missed was this. After this, I saw like this is what I was saying, that he couldn't play. Let's say he played something like this. This would have allowed one more check. But computer was just saying that rook d1 was just so strong. In fact, queen takes c7 is +5. Rook d1 is like +8. So rook d1 here. And that's because after this now, king c2. No. King b1 here. So why is this bad now? Oh, there's queen e2 check. So after this is like mate in 5. So he has to take on e4 to avoid the mate completely. And rook takes h3 is total collapse. No, sorry. Where's my mouse? So rook has to take on h3. Where's my mouse? Bad. So we didn't play that. So I decided to force the trade of the queen. This is like 0.5 drop down. If I play rook d1 is 0.520, but like one of my favorite super grandmaster used to say, Boris Gelfand, if you saw a winning move and it completely wins, just play it. It doesn't matter how long it takes for you to win the game. Like, just play the move. This is why I felt like if I was able to get the queens off the board, it should be completely winning, which it was. So after this, bishop e7, king c2 was correct. Rook here, rook d1. Here, I should have just played knight g3. And if it takes here now, takes. There's rook f1 check. And after king g8, let's say. Oh, then I just take back. Okay. So that was best. I just felt like, okay. Oh, and this is this I saw was a mistake. But I didn't know why this was a mistake. But when I played this, I felt like it was odd. Bishop f6. Yeah, because I felt like this knight cannot get back into the game if this pawn is not pushed. Yeah, this is what I saw when I played the game. I saw bishop f6 for him. And I felt like I can't take this. My only hope is just to just start pushing. So if he plays this now, and king e6, dc7, rook c8. Oh, then I get the knight out like this. And after this, can you take here? c3. No way. What if you play something like this? b4. Oh, this is like +3, but after bishop d6, I couldn't figure a way out to like save the knight. But maybe I would have pushed d6 anyways. But if push d6 and you play something like this, and I just take anyway. So yeah, he can't take because he has to save this, right? And if this check, bishop c3 or knight c4. Knight c4 is like +2 here. So let me just get to the end game and see how we did. So here, bishop takes f4. Oh, I could have taken like this. Bishop takes f4. Oh, bishop c7 was the best. Bishop c7 was best. Look here, and d6. Oh, like this is there's b4. b4 is the second best move. And if this, oh my days, like I immediately saw this after pushing d6. I saw this after pushing d6, and this just completely wins. And after here, we take he takes back, and maybe d6. And if bishop d8 now, we just push d7. And if king f7, knight d6, king here, knight e4. Oh, this is just total collapsing. So I saw knight d6 after playing d6. I don't know why I couldn't just take my time to calculate. I just felt like this was just so completely winning that I could afford to give back this pawn, and king b3 was best. King here. This wasn't the best move. This I saw, but knight d4. Then I saw rook d7. It was saying I could have just played this, but after this, what happened? Oh, and there's knight c6. Okay. Like I just afford to trade. This is like meeting 16. I need to work on my calculation skills and evaluation. So here was good. Knight d4 was good here. Oh, and this is the second time I could have done this. I just miss these kind of ideas. And I can just take like this again and just push the pawn. And after king c4, there's absolutely nothing black can do. It's too bad. So after this take now, yeah, this I completely missed as well. So this here, the best move was as play king c4. But after this takes, how do I stop it? Here, king g6. I'm not confident that I could mate him with a knight and a rook. I should be able to. I don't know why I was scared of that. I've lost play h4. And if you play this now, okay, then I just take. Yeah, that was the same idea I saw when I played rook f5. So rook f5 should have been played a lot more earlier. So this, which is the best move, rook f5 was good. King d7 takes here. Rook g4. I should have played rook g4 and that stopped everything. But rook g4, let's say here, and he plays something like this. I just take, yeah, then I'm in time to stop this, I guess. Oh, then I just take this like this, and this, then it just wins. This is completely winning as well. So rook f3 was an okay move, but not the best. Here, rook f6, and g4, b5, here. Oh, then I just get into the back of the pawn like this, yeah. Oh, okay, this is nice. And after this, king b6, and if g2, oh, something like code a4, okay. So we didn't play that. I just want to see, let me just fast forward to see how so taking here was, I mean, rook h4 was a very sneaky move, which was like made it +6. So taking here was correct, and after take g6, oh, I should have just played rook g6 immediately. And what was I scared of? I was scared I was going to trade this rook for this pawn, and we should be completely winning. So let me just do something like this. So let me just do something like, so let me just say I play something like this. Then I play something like this. Like, for example, let me just say this. And I play something like this, and I take. Yeah, this is like mating 6. I don't know why I was afraid trying to mate him with a knight and a rook. I was just so timid about it. So after queen here, rook f7 was a complete. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, rook a7 or rook e7 was just mating 17. And the only move here is to rook g3, rook f3, or rook h3. So he has to stay on this file. And after king b6, to avoid mating one, he has to like sacrifice this rook. So this is the idea. Let's say he plays something like this, and this just, and rook c7 is just checkmate. So this king c, yeah, this, yeah. So this was a mistake. After rook c1, like this is complete draw. This is like 0.2. After king e2, rook c2 check, king d3, and just stay on this file, and there's no way for me to progress because I can't play this. Oh my god. I just lose it. Yeah, and this I don't know why I was rushing. I had like 1 minute 27 seconds, and I saw this after that. And after this, let's say this, then I saw this. Yeah, that was complete. This is mate in one. With what? Oh my days. This is mate in one. Oh my days. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. This is like mate in one. I think that's why the evaluation dropped. Like, this is like just mate in one. After all this, like, just here is just like mate in one or rook c7. Or even b7 was mate in one. So I play something like this. Yeah, this was the final mistake. Yeah, this was like mistake. Oh, that was bad. Thank you guys for watching this game. If you like this, you should probably check my other video. There's Day 2, and do subscribe and